All right, team, welcome back to TNT Digital Mindset. Today, I'm really excited to dive into some cutting-edge stuff. I've been poring over the latest research on digital trends, and honestly, it's fascinating. I've even leveraged some advanced AI, yeah, you heard that right, to break down the core insights. This way, we can get straight to the actionable strategy. So without further ado, let's jump in.
Welcome back to TNT Digital Mindset. We've analyzed the latest data on the AI skills that actually pay to help you sharpen your strategic thinking. So let's get right into it. You've been told a lie, and it's a big one. For years, the advice has been the same. If you want to make real money in AI, you have to learn to code. It's been hammered into us as the only path forward. Well, I'm here to tell you that advice is officially expired. That was the last era. The rules for 2026 have completely changed. The highest paying advantage isn't about writing perfect code anymore. Nope. It's about getting real-world results from this new intelligence. We are in a massive shift, moving away from just focusing on syntax to focusing on outcomes. And this is the key signal that so many people are missing. Employers aren't just throwing money at people who are enthusiastic about AI. They are paying a massive premium for people who can turn AI into measurable, bottom-line business impact. And this isn't just a hunch. The market is practically screaming it. PwC's AI Jobs Barometer. It shows a huge and rising wage premium for these skills. The World Economic Forum, they've put AI and big data at the very top of the fastest-growing skills list. LinkedIn is showing AI literacy being added to every kind of role, not just engineers. And Microsoft is talking all about agentic workflows. The writing is on the wall. So to really get this, you need a new way to think about it. Here it is. In 2026, AI isn't just a tool, AI is labor. Think of it like a brand new workforce that you can rent by the hour. And in that world, the highest paid people aren't the ones using the tools, they're the ones managing this new digital labor force. And managing this workforce really breaks down into 3 layers. First, you've got talking to AI. This is just basic prompting. Yeah, it's useful, but it's quickly becoming a commodity skill. Layer 2 is directing AI. This is better. You're getting structured, verified outputs. But layer 3, that's the goldmine. Operationalizing AI. This is where you turn those outputs into repeatable, controlled business workflows that actually make a difference. That's the real goal. So the million-dollar question is, how do you get good at that 3rd layer? That brings us to what we're calling the new AI skill stack. This is your non-coding advantage. These are the skills that will last no matter what new tool comes out next week. And here they are, the big 3. First, business literate AI literacy. This isn't about buzzwords. It's about deeply understanding what AI can, and more importantly, can't do safely in a business. Second, problem framing. You know, the ability to take a messy, chaotic business problem and break it down into a clean target that AI can actually help with. And third, AI workflow design. This is about building reliable systems that use AI to get work done day in and day out. Okay, great in theory, but how do you prove you have these skills? You create your own personal AI playbook. And it's a simple 3-step protocol. 1, define a greeted output. Don't just say, make this better. Say, give me 3 options under 120 words each. See? It's measurable. 2, force the model to show its cards. Ask it, what are you assuming here? 3, and this is crucial, create a verification step that has nothing to do with the AI. Never, ever trust a confident-sounding robot. And this slide right here, this says it all. You've got employee A, the user, who says, oh, I use AI to write faster. That's nice. Then you have employee B, the system builder. They say, I cut our reporting cycle time by 60% by building a standardized AI workflow with quality control. It's saving the team 20 hours every single month. Now, who do you think is getting the promotion? It's the person who builds the machine, not just the one who uses it. Okay, so you've got the foundational skills, you've got the mindset, but where do you actually apply them? Let's get really practical and look at 6 high-impact career lanes that are wide open right now, especially for non-coders. Now, these aren't just job titles. These are problem-solving zones. Each one of these lanes solves a specific, painful problem that costs companies a ton of time and money. And picking the right one for you is everything. It all comes down to what kinds of problems you naturally see. Think of it like this. If you walk into a room and you immediately see chaos and inconsistency, your lane is probably AI operations. If sloppy claims and factual mistakes drive you absolutely nuts, you're probably an AI quality person. If you're always thinking about risk and what could go wrong, hello AI governance. See how it works? You're matching the problem to what you're naturally wired to fix. So let me ask you a question, and I want you to really think about it. Looking at that list of problems, which one of them makes you quietly angry? You know, the one you see out in the world and you just think, oh, there has to be a better way. That little bit of frustration, that's your compass. It's pointing you directly to where you can create the most value. All right, you've found your lane. Now what? Now we go from theory to action. How do you go from just saying you have these skills to having cold, hard proof? This kind of actionable strategy is a core part of what we do here at TNT Digital Mindset, because in 2026, proof beats a certificate every single time. So what does proof even look like? Well, it's not another online course certificate, I can tell you that. It's what we call a proof asset, a small, concrete thing you build that shows you can do the work. It might be a workflow diagram, a quality checklist, a one-page policy. It's tangible. It's real. It proves you can deliver. And this isn't some far-off dream. Here's your 90-day roadmap to build one. First 30 days, you become dangerous. You pick one workflow and you rebuild it with AI and clear standards. The next 30 days, you add reliability. You build a simple testing process. And in the last 30 days, you package the impact. You quantify the results, how much time you saved, how many errors you cut, and you put it all into your one-page proof asset. Done. And as you're doing all this, never, ever forget what actually opens up a company's wallet. Companies don't pay for AI skills. They pay you to do one of these 4 things: increase revenue, reduce cost, reduce risk, or increase speed. That's it. Every skill we've talked about is just a means to one of these ends. This right here is the TNT Digital Mindset in action. Always connect what you do back to the bottom line. Because ultimately, here's the quiet truth about 2026. The real premium, the real value, isn't on the loudest person in the room. It's on the people who can just implement change, quietly, effectively, without all the drama. The ones who can build systems that just plain work. If you want to master the digital economy, make sure to subscribe to TNT Digital Mindset. Thanks for listening.